The city of Gering is getting ready to take a long, hard look at Five Rocks Amphitheater. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, last month, the city of Gering issued a request for proposals from firms to help in the development of a facility master plan for Five Rocks Amphitheater. Carlin Eden Streaks with the Gering Convention and Visitors Bureau tells us the intent of the planning is to take a deep dive into how the existing facility is used now and potential changes in the future.
How best we're going to utilize the facility in the future so it's competitive as an entertainment venue, and how we are going to, as a city, continue to develop the property so we actually maximize the value for not only our local residents, but also those events and concerts and special celebrations.
Selection of a firm to help in the development of the Five Rocks Master Plan is anticipated within the next couple of months, as the proposals had to remain firm for a period of 6 days after the February 1st deadline. Well, on Friday morning, the Nebraska Legislature's Revenue Committee took testimony on LB 820, which would change the way agricultural land is valued for property tax purposes. The measure would shift such valuations from being determined by the market to an income potential basis as part of the governor's agenda to provide tax relief. Jim Pillen told the committee agriculture producers are not against paying their fair share to support schools and other governmental subdivisions, but the system is taxing people out of their businesses.
This just is not fair. We have ranch families that are count their property tax by mama cow and say, gee, I'm going to have to go across. I'm going to have to go across the state border to keep our family in business. We have to do better for our egg producers and taxpayers to address the problem.
Opponents expressed concern that the proposal lacked fairness to owners of other property classes and that there would likely be unintended consequences that would not survive a court challenge. We'll have more news right after this.
Swipe right, swipe left, endlessly searching. Finding the perfect match isn't always perfect, but it can be when it comes to finances. Nora found the perfect business loan. Jenny opened her first savings account. Grammy loves her checking account. We found a match for Wilson Farms. The Sandersons were matched with a mortgage. Regardless of your financial situation, Platte Valley Bank will match you with the perfect solution. Find your match at Platte Valley Bank.
Allo means reliability, productivity, connect. Allo means no more of that. Allo means business. Local business, big business, small business. If you need reliable phone and internet connectivity, you need Allo. Local service and same-day dispatch. Free installation, symmetrical upload and download speeds. If your business relies on communication, rely on Allo. Allo means business. Visit allofiber.com/business.
Welcome back. 8 Nebraska communities were named recipients of a combined $2.65 million in federal grant awards as part of the new Safe Streets and Roads for All grant program. Sidney was the lone Panhandle recipient, receiving $300,000 for projects. The competitive grant program provides $5 billion over 5 years for regional, local, and tribal initiatives, from redesigned roads to better sidewalks and crosswalks, to continue to prevent deaths and serious injuries on the nation's roadways. Well, last week, the Nebraska Chambers Association hosted their annual meeting in Lincoln, with representatives from 11 statewide Chamber of Commerces in attendance. At the meeting, Karen Anderson, the director of the Scottsbluff-Gehring United Chamber of Commerce, was recognized as the 2022 Professional of the Year. Additionally, Governor Jim Pillen was on hand and proclaimed February as Chamber of Commerce Month in Nebraska. And as the City of Scottsbluff's Creative District continues its way to becoming a reality, the time has come to finalize a logo for the district. Submissions for the Creative Beat logo competition have been received and are now available for viewing and voting at the Midwest Theater. Voting is open until February 13th, and the logos will also be featured on the Midwest Theater's Facebook page.
Culture trumps everything else.
In my years, I've never worked for a company that treats people the way this one does.
It is my passion for agriculture that brought me here in the first place, but not only that, there's a huge family-oriented atmosphere within the 21st Century Equipment.
I love working for 21st. They found something in me that I didn't know in myself. An intern to where I'm at now is such a great opportunity, and that is what this company is about.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the FNBO Ag Desk. FNBO, the Great Big Small Bank.
We're visiting now with Buck Wehrbein. He is the Vice President of the National Cattlemen's Beef Association as we wrap up our coverage out here of this year's Cattle Industry Convention. Buck, first let me say congratulations on becoming Vice President. Talk to us about kind of the NCBA leadership and how you got to be in this position.
Thank you. Well, I've been working in associations since Texas Cattle Feeders when we lived down there, and then Nebraska Cattlemen and the Beef Council, and now NCBA. And so have a desire to serve, and I'm very pleased and proud and humbled that I've been chosen to do this and get into the officer chain.
Where does that desire to serve come from?
I think from my grandfather. He was that way and encouraged me to be part of something larger than myself. And of course, you know, when you're in the cattle business, you have passion about it. You love the animals, the people, and the game, the cattle game. And so to give back to what I consider to be a wonderful business is something that I'd like to do, and a willingness to serve, and if people have confidence in me.
You call Waterloo, Nebraska home. Tell me a little bit about your background in cattle production.
Yeah, born and raised on a small farm in eastern Nebraska with cattle, hogs, and chickens, and then we moved into town later and ended up going down to Texas where my father was and getting into the feedlot deal, the commercial feedlot deal. And so we were down there 20 years, and this opportunity at Meade came up, and Sandy and I live now a driver in a 6-iron from where we went to high school, and we're back home, and that's all been very good. I like to say the best thing I ever did was move to Texas, and the best thing I ever did was move back.
Well, let's make sure I get this part right. You are serving as the National Cattlemen's Beef Association Vice President this year. You'll step into President-elect and then eventually President here as you go through the ranks. Did I get that right?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
My congratulations to Buck Wehrbein. He joins us here as we wrap up our coverage of this year's Cattle Industry Convention and NCBA Trade Show.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. Community strong with the people you know and trust.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. Our personalized trust services can help you do just that. You've worked hard to build your legacy, and you want to make sure that gets passed on for generations to come. We offer the professional guidance necessary to ensure that happens, according to your wishes. We pride ourselves in being friendly and professional while offering a highly tailored full line of trust and estate planning services to accommodate you. You belong here.
And finally tonight, it was another successful KNEB Farm and Ranch Expo this weekend at the fairgrounds in Mitchell. Things got started bright and early Friday with a free breakfast and early go-getters getting the first look at all the booths. This year, more than 75 vendors from 5 states were on hand for the expo, and throughout Friday and Saturday, thousands of attendees were on hand to learn more about what these businesses have to offer. KNEB Promotions Director Kendra Feather says everything went smoothly, and she'll soon be starting preparations for next year's expo. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.